All right, Shalom. We are the Hebrew Israelites from the Indianapolis branch of the Great Millstone. Here to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Kakodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of the Great Millstone who rule well in teaching us this 100% truth. Salutations to them and our fellow Akim who labor in this truth week in and week out on the highways and byways. Also salutations to the hopeful elect of the scattered 12 tribes of Israel, scattered to the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled bird, also known as your Israelite foreigners, and your so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. To you, we say Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, just get right into it.
Yeah, I just want to say something real quick. Yeah, we're doing the inside lesson because it's break outside. And, it's in the evening, so it's going to get even colder outside. So, Rose rules next week. It'll be, a little better for us to be out there. Because if it was in the, mid-30s or whatever like that, we'd just go out, speak. But when it's, lately, the last couple of weeks, it's been like 20 degrees, 25 degrees, feels like 13. Yesterday was like, it felt like 0.
Yeah, yep.
It was that dry cold too. Y'all got it.
This is Jeremiah 28:8. This reads, "The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence."
Yeah. Well, pretty much, that's a beautiful scripture to start off with because that's the times that we're in. Prophecy time. And prophecy, like I like to say, time dictates prophecy. Because prophecies were visions that were seen by the prophets. And once the prophets saw the visions, they wrote it down. And once they wrote it down, there was gonna be a certain amount of time that would go by before it would be accomplished.
Precept.
And then once it was accomplished, then the prophecy would start speaking.
To back you up, this is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 4, verse 37, and it reads, "By measure hath he measured the times, and by number hath he numbered the times."
So everything that the Lord did, he did it in a set measure, a set time frame. Like it says, time and chance happen to all men. Everything is done, there's a schedule that the Most High has. That's why in the Apocrypha, the Songs of Solomon, it says, "Wake not my love until he be pleased," because there's a certain time when the prophecies will be awakened. The prophecies are spoken, which the prophets see them, and then they lay dormant for a certain period of time. And then once the said measure goes by, then they start speaking and they start to awake, so to speak. What was that? Is that in Psalms? Where it says, "Awake, O Lord, for it's time for you to work," or something like that. It's time for you to work. You got it.
Okay. It says, back in 2nd Ezra chapter 4, verse 37, it says, "By measure hath he measured the times, and by number hath he numbered the times, and he doth not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled."
Right, so he doesn't stir nor move them till the said measure be fulfilled, because once the prophecy starts speaking, that's it. That's why the main thing we're waiting for right now is what? The main thing we're waiting for right now is the MOTV system, this beast system, to be fully established and fully fulfilled. Because once that's fully established and fully fulfilled, then pretty much that's going to set everything else in motion to move a lot faster. That's why I said, he doesn't stir until the said measure be fulfilled. And once that said measure is fulfilled, everything starts moving. Y'all brothers, cut the squat. And join in today's edification. You got it.
Precept.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Habakkuk 2, and I started at verse 2. It says, "And Yahweh shall answer me and said, Write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it."
So it said, "Write the vision." So that means the prophet saw the vision. So they saw the vision, but when you really look at it, the prophecies that they saw already happened, but in a different dimension. So all we're doing right now is like the Lord filmed the movie, and the movie, the actors, everything is done. The movie's done. They go back, they produce it, chop it up, do what they got to do, get everything ready. Then right now what's happening is it's just playing back. You know, the projector is rolling. It's playing back.
Yeah.
The way that the prophets saw them in the past. That's why it seems so vivid. You know, because when they wrote them, they actually saw what we're seeing right now. They actually saw that and wrote it down to the best of their ability with the wording or the things to describe them that they had in those times.
Right.
You got it.
It says, verse 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time,
Mm-hmm.
but at the end it shall speak and not lie.
Right, the vision is yet for an appointed time. So everything has an appointed time. You know,
Oh, no, that's why.
the vision was for an appointed time, and then once the appointed time came by, then it started speaking. Like you have the moon has its appointed times. You have, you know, the different cycles of the moon.
Mhm.
Well, the moon doesn't stay dark or very dimly lit when it's the first week. Why? Because it has an appointed time to move, and the light begins to grow from the new moon state. You got it.
Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry.
Right, so even though it seems like it's taking a long time, wait for it, because it will surely come. See, the word surely, that's why it says we have a more sure word of prophecy.
Right.
The prophet Daniel said that the vision is sure.
Mhm.
You know, so everything that pertains to the words of the Most High is not a possibly or probably or maybe, you know, or kinda. It's sure. It's just a matter of when the time, you know, for it to be fulfilled appears.
Appreciate
Yeah.
it. This is Psalms 18 and 30. It says, as for Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai, his way is perfect.
Mm.
The word of Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai is tried.
Mm.
He is a buckler to all those that trust in him.
Yeah, what does it mean by try? Meaning that he said something and it actually came to pass.
Mm-hmm.
And he's, you know, he hasn't lost and will never lose
That's right.
any of his, sayings.
Mm-hmm.
You got some?
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 55, beginning at verse 8, and it reads, for my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai.
Right, because we have an expectation which is going to come, but it's going to come in the Lord's time.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord is working on his time. We're working on his time. He's not working on our time. And that's what these people in the churches don't realize, is that they think that the Most High is working on their time, working around their schedule. You know, like the Most High is sitting there, I wonder if they're going to be ready today.
Right, right.
Lord ain't waiting for you, man. He's moving on. He's doing what he got to do.
Right.
Yeah?
So verse 9, for as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts.
Please, sir.
Verse 10, for as the rain cometh down, and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither, but watereth the earth, and maketh it bring forth and bud, that it may give seed to the sower, and bread to the eater, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void.
Right. Because the Lord is not a man that he should lie.
That's right.
As he spoken, and shall he not make it good? So it's not going to lie. It's going to speak. It's going to do what the Lord's going to make it do what it do, baby.
That's right.
Yeah.
But it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it.
Right, because the Most High gave it a mission, and the mission will be accomplished. And that's why the scriptures say to measure out the times diligently in itself. Because once you start seeing these things accomplishing, then you know that these are the times that the Lord is going to visit the earth. The Lord spoke it, and he told us what would be happening before he makes these things come to pass and before the end of the world comes. So now we're seeing them playing out on the world scene. You said you had something?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3 and verse 1. It says, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven.
Time is important for everything.
Right.
That's why, like I said, I like to say, prophecy is dictated by time, or time dictates prophecy. Because it's only so long that prophecy is going to be quiet. before it actually, starts to speak. You got it, bro.
It says, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted, a time to...
Right, you don't go, you be a retard if you're a husbandman and you go and you have the ground dug up, you put the seed in there, cover it up, and then come back tomorrow thinking that you're gonna have some crops.
Right.
It don't work like that. You gotta give that thing time to cultivate. It ain't even get a chance to really dig in to the ground just yet. You got it.
Yeah. It says, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up.
Right, so we're in a time of breaking down and building up.
That's right.
Because as the nation of Israel, the elect of the nation of Israel are being built up, the heathens and other Israelites that are not a part of the elect are being broken down. That's what the Lord said, that we are here to take down strongholds.
That's right.
We're breaking strongholds. Because we're breaking down the old guard, so to speak, and building the new guard. Letting people know that everything that they've learned for the last 500 plus years, as far as the Bible is concerned, a lot of it is fallacy. It's doctrines of men. And now the Lord is setting the record straight. That's why the Apostle Paul said, or actually it was Gamaliel that said, if this counsel of this work be amended, it will come to naught. But if it be of the Most High, you can't overthrow it.
Right.
At least happy you be found to fight against the Most High. That's going to be a losing battle right there. Fighting is futile. Yeah, bro.
God, it says, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance. It said, it says, a time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing.
Yeah. So, pretty much you get the idea. That's why right now we're in a time of the MOTB. And you see in the background World War III happening, which is a third world war. And what do they keep talking about? They keep talking about the thing that's going to bring about the lake of fire. These this nuclear war pretty much. And that's the main thing. That was the biggest fear that they ever always had. That's why they had, the talks, back in the days like the 80s, where they wanted to minimize the amount of nuclear weaponry. Because they understood that was a threat. They built up their arsenal, and now they want to find a way to try to reverse that. You can't reverse it. The Lord already set that in motion. And even if you don't per se hit the button yourself, the Most High is going to hit the button.
That's right.
Go ahead, bro.
This is Jeremiah.
Bring it out.
This is Jeremiah 50 and verse 25. It says, the Lord hath opened his armory
Beautiful.
and hath brought forth the weapon of his indignation. For
Right.
this.
What's the weapon of the Lord's indignation?
Missiles.
The missile.
Yeah.
That's right. That because he has those. That's his weapon. He gave that technology to Esau. That's the same technology that he infused in the heavens and caused it to rain down balls of fire
That's right.
on Sodom and Gomorrah. All he did was put the spirit in Esau to be able to put this thing together by splicing atoms and slicing whatever they had to splice,
Precept.
in order to be able to put this instrument or this weaponry together. Finish that up, bro.
For this is the work of the Lord Yahweh of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans.
Right, this is the work of the Lord of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans, which today is a represent, which really, that whole chapter and the chapter after that, speaking about America, Babylon the Great. You have something, bro?
Yeah. This is Isaiah 54:16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire.
So what's the ancient smith?
The most basic weaponry.
Right, and then what's the modern day smith?
The scientists.
Right, because the scientists are the ones that's making the modern day weapons. And the modern day weapons are far superior and far more devastating than the ones that in the ancient world.
Right.
The ones in the ancient world, the thing you had to kind of really watch out for the most were arrows. I mean, of course, they had the bulwarks and they were hurling and stones and fire and all that. But the main thing you have to look out for were those missiles, which were the ancient missiles, the arrows. Today, you can't fight against that. And even it's getting to the point as time progresses and the technology gets more and more advanced, it's getting to the point where they don't even have the technology to stop or to defend against some of these missiles that are being created.
Russia got a new missile that they just used on Ukraine, the Orshinik missile.
Okay, I heard something.
That missile basically, America could barely, I think it said barely, or it's impossible for them to stop it. So it's like,
Yeah. So the Lord is doing His thing, man. You got
Yep. Yeah, back from the top again. This is Isaiah 54:16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy.
Right, now when you read the Bible ain't going to say, matter of fact, somebody get Psalms chapter 40 and verse 4. The Bible, I believe it's the 4th verse. The Bible ain't going to say, these arrows and these glittering spears is the actual nuclear missile. Because although that technology existed back then as far as, the elements, they didn't have the technology, I'm sorry, they didn't have the terminology that we have today to call it a missile, nuclear missile, whatever the case may be. You got it, bro. You got something?
40 and 4.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Is it 4, verse 4, guy, read it?
Verse 4 is blessed is the man that maketh.
Where is the one that says, no, I'm sorry, 49.
49.
49 and 4, my bad. Dealing with the parables. Speaking about parables.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 49 and verse 4, and it reads, I will incline mine ear to a parable. I will open my dark saying upon the harp.
Yeah. So the Lord said he would be speaking in parables. That's why when the disciples came to him, what was he doing? He was speaking to the majority of the people in parables. That's why they asked him, why are you speaking to them in parables? He said, because it's given to you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, and to them it's not given. So if you're not given the mysteries of the scriptures, you're not going to receive the understanding of what the Lord is speaking about. You got something? Is there more on that?
No, that was it.
Good. Anybody got something?
yeah, I got some.
Y'all say that,
Is Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 5 says, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. But
Right, because that's how it was. That's how ancient battles used to go. Sword, bang, shields, like I said, the arrows, blood and guts, arms, limbs, screaming, hand-to-hand combat, That's how ancient world fighting used to go. Go ahead.
But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
See, but this time, these battles with flames of fire, all right, the thermonuclear destruction. Concentrated lasers, mentioned the chariots. Like I said, the Lord opened up his full arsenal, man. There's like other missile technology that's coming out, like Brother Shaka is going into the Russians' new hypersonic missile, all right? Showing that it's unstoppable, But that's part of the Lord's armory, all right? Go ahead. Is that it?
Please go ahead.
This is the book of Joel, chapter 2 and verse 7. It says, they shall run like mighty men.
You gotta start at the top.
Yeah.
You gotta get all.
This is the book of Joel, chapter 2 and verse 1. It says, blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord Yahweh Shai's power cometh.
Why are they gonna tremble?
Because it's the times of nuclear war that's gonna kick off.
That's right. That's right. That's why it says, shall the trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid. Because the day of the Lord is, it's gonna be devastating. It's gonna be like no other day ever. Go ahead.
It says, a day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness. as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and strong. There have not been.
What's that speaking about?
That's
You gotta
talking.
break it down. Don't just read it. Break it down.
Yeah, so like that day, it's going into that darkness and gloominess is going into the nuclear fallout.
Mhm.
You know how it's gonna block out the sun. You know once those missiles are hit the earth. Okay, you know the effect of the mushroom cloud. You know.
Hey, because it's going to be what's going to take this place out? A lake of fire.
Mm-hmm.
A lake of fire. What's going to create that lake of fire? It's going to be the missiles when they hit, and also the fire that's coming from the chariots. That's why Yahweh Shai said, "I am come to bring fire on the earth, and what will I if it be already kindled?" He's going to bring more fire. You got it, bro.
It says, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong, there hath not been ever the like, neither shall any more after it, even to the years of many generations.
About the missiles, man. Them people, great people is the missiles, man. The Lord gonna bring down on this place, man.
Yeah, man, because that's what's going to stir up. That's going to stir shit up. That's why the Lord has put the spirit on these devils to do what they do. Keep fucking with Russia.
Yep.
And regardless of if it's something that they got planned behind the scenes or not, the Lord is going to make it escalate to where they're going to do what the Lord wanted to do. Because somebody get Ezekiel 39, right? And start at the top, and then give it back to you, brothers. What is Ezekiel 39 and 1?
Ezekiel 39 and 1. Therefore, thou son of man, prophesy against Gog, and say, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Behold, I am against thee, O God, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal.
Right, so God is talking about Russia. Meshach and Tubal, you got, up there in Turkey in that region, all up in that region up there. All that, Armenia, all of that is a part of the allies of Russia. Go ahead.
And I will turn thee back and leave but the sixth part of thee.
Right, that's talking about your military. The Lord is only going to leave one part. He's going to take 5/6 of Russia military and send it down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. Only 1/6 is going to stay behind to protect their interest there. Go ahead.
And will cause thee to come up from the north parts, and will bring thee upon the mountains of Israel.
Yeah, because the main place besides America that's going to get hit is the land of Israel. Go ahead.
And I will smite thy bow out of thy left hand.
That's the point right there. I will smite thy bow out of thy left hand. So it doesn't matter if you hit the button or not.
That's right.
The Most High is going to make it happen. Because in the book of Ezekiel 38, it says that the Most High, pretty much his presence, his spirit is going to be in the missile. That's why it says, when we go back to Joel, it speaks about how when they fall upon another, they're not going to be hurt, because there's no defense, no missile defense system that Esau possesses to be able to stop these missiles, because the Lord is going to take control over it. Is there more to that?
God, it says, and will cause thine arrows to fall out of thy right hand.
Right. So in other words, you're going to have the power and the control over it until the Lord takes it. Like Elder Yashawama says, takes the remote control out of your hand. Because he's going to take control of the narrative. He's going to take control of the direction that this war is going. Because he's the one that that's created these things. The scripture in the book of Psalms said that the Lord causes wars to cease. So he can start them up and he can stop them. It says that he works on the minds of the kings. And he's directing them the way he wants them to go. They're like putty in his hand. You want to say something, Demon?
No, the scripture that said the Lord, he bring it down and bring it up. Until the kingdom comes in, every nation in power has fell back, fell when it's time, when it came time for it to fall. That kingdom fell, you know,
Yeah.
and this kingdom that we're in is nearing an end.
14:5.
It's nearing an end, man. You know. But go ahead.
That's something for you to do, National.
This is Joel chapter 14, verse 5.
Job.
Job 14 and verse 5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass.
Right, so he's not going to be able to pass the allotted time that the Most High gave. That's why I keep saying time dictates prophecy. Prophecy, prophecy, prophecy. And that's what's going to, you know, let us know when we're at that threshold of the very end. That's why the scripture we started with, you know, measure, well, one of the scriptures we started with, measure out his time diligently in itself. Matter of fact, no, it was the other one. Was it the other one in 2nd Ezra 4?
Yes, 4 and 37.
Yeah. Do you remember how it went?
By measure have he measured the times.
There you go.
By number have he numbered the times. He doth not move nor stir them until set measure be fulfilled. Roughly
That's it.
paraphrasing.
So basically, like, let's look at it as you have a balance, and you're pouring something on that balance, right? And once it gets heavy enough, it's gonna start moving. You see? So it's not gonna move until it starts to get filled, and that's what happened. The Lord got the measures of prophecy filled throughout the planet Earth, and that's why you see things happening the way it's happening. That's what you're seeing the divisions of these nations. You're seeing, you know, uprisings of the people. You're seeing, you know, destruction and, you know, earthquakes, you know, diverse places. Just had an earthquake out there in Cali, and they had a tsunami warning. You know, you're seeing, you know, calls for civil war, so on and so forth, because all of the prophecies are being stirred now.
That's right.
Because it's that time. So once time of prophecy, you know, comes, it's going to start stirring up and start moving in the direction that the Most High wants it to, you know, to move. Because it's time for these prophecies to wake up.
Right.
As a matter of fact, somebody get Habakkuk 3. You had something?
Yeah, yes, Isaiah 46, and I'll start at verse 9. It says, remember the former things of old, for I am the Most High, and there is none else. I am the Most High, and there is none like me. Declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. You know, so at the end of the day, this is the Most High's movie. This is his pleasure. And like Apostle going into, hey, it's going exactly how the Lord is planned. All right, these appointed times, and now we're at the end of the end, and now you're seeing it come to life right before us.
And it's not going to fail.
That's right.
The Most High said it thousands of years ago. And it's been in the trajectory since back then. It's moving.
Yeah.
You know, now it's moving faster because we're at that time. That's why you see back 20, 30 years ago, the MOTB system, this whole B system wasn't fully in place. Now it's pretty much it's in place.
Yeah.
All they got to do is pass the right legislation or the right, you know, crisis or whatever the case may be to implement it. You know, that's why last term Trump said he wasn't with the cryptocurrency stuff. This term he's in it.
Yeah.
Why? Because the guys that's above him, the puppet masters, said, "Okay, Trump, you know, this is what we're gonna do. You know, you're gonna talk about this because this is something that the direction that we're moving this thing in." Now, whether they tell him the whole shebang of what they're gonna do or not, or just give it to him piecemeal, you know, by what he needs to know at the time, that's on them. That's why in the West, the World Economic Forum, you had that one individual speaking about the economy of the future, which is going to be digital. He said, you know, the thing that they're going to use is about the size of a grain of rice. And that's what, you know, Nick Rockefeller told Aaron Russo years ago. Before 9/11 and all that stuff happened. He told him all these things. We're going to be chasing somebody in the mountains and blah, 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 this, that, the other. Before it even happened. So now we see the direction of the world, economic-wise, going towards this beast system. And you still have individuals out there that deny that the MOTB is a micro C head. Total, rebellion, total hard-headedness, total stiff neck.
Yep.
And all just to save face. Which people that have more respect for you, if you just say, well, you know what, I was wrong on that,
Nope.
It's going in that direction, not having to every 6 months or a year make a video adding to your breakdown,
Yeah. Hey, wait, Apostle, I just did a correction video. Well, I think it was Apostle. He did a video that said correction, such and such, and this and that. If I'm not mistaken.
I think
It's about a certain group of people with Jake's.
yeah, what somebody said, I can't remember, but there's so many videos.
It was Elder, because Elder Malcolm came back and apologized.
Yeah, he corrected him on that.
Yeah, Apostle Tar corrected him.
I can't remember exactly what it was though. There's so much information.
A certain amount of people were actually Jake's. I can't remember who the people were.
Yeah, I can't remember either.
But that goes to show you that, hey, that's correction right there.
And that was within GMS.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's boom, that's it. And then on to the next. But a lot of people, they too prideful to receive that correction.
Yeah.
And to receive that correction from GMS is a problem.
It's beneath them.
Yep.
Because they believe that we the gum under their shoe.
Right.
Yep.
A chewed up piece of bubble gum.
Yep. But if I might add, that just goes to validate the video he did about what Chat GPT said about GMS. Very strict
Yeah.
on the truth, rigid.
Yeah. On each other.
Yep.
On the other groups. It's nothing personal. Because
Yes.
if it was personal, we wouldn't get on each other.
Mm-hmm.
We'll let brothers do whatever the hell they wanted to do. You know? You got
This is Proverbs 15 and 10. It says, correction is grievous unto him that forsaketh the way, and he that hateth reproof shall die.
He says to him that forsaketh the way,
Mm-hmm.
because this is the way, the truth, and the light. Walk ye in it. When you turn to the right and when you turn to the left.
Mm-hmm.
And then what was the rest of that?
It says, and he that hateth reproof shall die.
He that hated reproof shall die, because it says he that, being often reproved, hardens his neck, afterwards shall be destroyed and there without remedy.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not going to have any remedy. You're not going to have anything to fall back on. Because you've been told over and over and over and over again. That's why when all hell breaks loose, hey, forget these people.
Yeah.
They've been warned. It ain't like they don't, what's their thing? F y'all, fuck y'all.
Yeah.
So the hell with them.
God. But this is just something to back him up on the opposite side of that. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 20, verse 3, and it reads, how good is it when thou art reproved to show repentance, for so shalt thou escape willful sin.
Mm-hmm. Right. See, when you get that correction from Yahweh Shemashah, you accept it.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's from willful sin, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Willful
So
sin.
now you're getting yourself away from willfully sinning.
Mm-hmm.
All right, because you're honoring the words of Yahweh Shemashah, and you're honoring the correction of the men that he set up.
God.
All right. Because remember, you're not despising us like it says in Luke 10 to 16. You're despising Yahweh Shemashah himself because he's the one that set us up.
Right.
You know.
So if you got a problem, take it up with the Most High.
That's right.
God.
We're just the messengers.
Yep.
He said, I'm going to give you what you're going to say. You eat this roll and you go speak to the children of Israel.
Mm-hmm.
That's that.
Yep.
Don't compromise with them. If they make their face hard, don't worry about it. I got your back.
Yep.
And all you do is just tell them what I told you to tell them. That's it.
That's it.
You told them.
Yep.
Y'all got it.
song.
That.
This is Sirach chapter 23 and verse 7 says, Hear, O you children, the discipline of the mouth. He that keepeth it shall never be taken in his lips.
Beautiful. Because Yahweh said, every idle word that men speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment. For with thy words thou shalt be justified, and with thy words thou shalt be condemned.
That's right.
That's why James also said that the tongue is a world of fire or something like that. Because with the tongue, we bless some and curse others.
That's right.
And no one can tame Tame the tongue. What's that, bro?
I was about to say death and life and the power of the tongue.
There you go. That's right. You got it, Shakir.
This is Sirach 22 and verse. I'll start at 21. It says, oh no, I'll start at 20. It says, "Whoso casteth a stone at the birds freeth him away, and he that upbraideth his friend breaketh friendship. Though thou drewest a sword at thy friend, yet despair not, for their way be a turning to favor."
Yeah, because it'd be a return to favor. You know, but matter of fact, get Proverbs 26 and 28, I believe it is.
Roll the song.
What's that?
Proverbs 26 and 28.
Yep.
Oh yeah. It says, Book of Proverbs, chapter 26, verse 28. It says, "A lying tongue hateth those that are afflicted by it."
Right. A lying tongue hated those that are afflicted by it, because you're not going to lie on somebody that you love. You know? So when people bear false witness, tale bearing and all that, pretty much they hate the person that they're doing that to. You know, and you know, there's no bigger hated group than Great Millstone out there. We're like the most hated group out of all the Israelites out there. You know, and that's why you have guys, you know, bearing false witness against us, but they don't like it if we did it to them.
Right.
But that's okay, because we're in good company. They did it to Yahushua, they're gonna do it to us.
Right.
He said that, you know, the servant is not greater than his master. If they persecuted me, they're gonna persecute you. If they listen to me, they're gonna listen to you. So that's the measuring stick. Yahushua is the measuring stick of how we conduct ourselves and how to measure, you know, that, okay, these things are happening, so that means we gotta be men of the Lord if we're going through the same things that the Lord went through. You know? Y'all got it.
You want me to finish that off?
Yeah.
Okay. It says, "And a flattering mouth worketh ruin."
Yeah, that flattering, go trying to flatter somebody. Look, man, save that shit. You know, all that, you know, trying to big somebody up. Just look, man, just big up. You got all that extra praise in your mouth, praise the Lord. Y'all all about shit now. They love it, you know, and they deserve it. That was it, bro?
Yes.
You got it.
This is Matthew 5 and 11. It reads, it says, "Blessed are ye."
You got it.
"Blessed are you when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake." Right, so we're blessed, all right? So we're in good, like I said, we're in good standing. Because like I said, they persecute Yahushua, they persecute the prophets of old, you know, so hey, if that's what was, you know, we'd rather be in that lot, all right? Because that lot leads to the kingdom of heaven, man. All right, because they hate us now, you know. They hate us right, because this world is wicked, right?
Yeah, and
So,
we looked at as the offscouring.
Yep.
We looked at as pretty much the garbage, the bums. You know, like we just like the most insignificant group out there, ragtag. You know, most insignificant, most hated. Those are all accolades.
Yeah.
The water. All
Hey,
praises to you all.
That's right. That's right. It says, verse 12, it says, "Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven, for so persecuted they the prophets which were before you." See? So, hey, we're blessed.
It's so different.
You know? And then, what does it say? Like, it's, making myself a prey. Those are the, departed from evil, make yourself a prey. Yeah. So we're departed from evil. We're getting rid of our wickedness. We're being washed away. We're getting the impurities out of us going through this hell.
Like D-Mac said earlier, they said this is the only goddamn place where you try to do the right thing and they you know, how did you put it? You remember?
When you get a hard time for it.
Yeah, you get a hard time for trying to do the right thing.
Yeah. Because their version of the right thing is wickedness. Right. You know, that's why we stand out like a
sore thumb.
Yeah, sore thumb. Yeah.
We want to them that call evil good.
Good evil. That's right. That's right. Yeah, that's it on that one.
I got some.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's St. John chapter 15 and verse 18.
Beautiful.
"If the world hate you, you know that it hated me before it hated you."
Yeah, see, the Lord didn't have the reputation of being liked. You know, like, man, like, and that's the thing, man. The Lord didn't spare your feelings, man. He told you to straight skinny. You know, and I see that spirit among GMS starting from the leadership on down, man. I see that spirit, brothers don't bullshit you. They just come off with it. Hey, bro, that's fucked up. You know, or hey, brother, you need to do this or you need to do that, and you know they give you the straight skinny, and I love that, man, because you know you don't have to play guessing games. You know what's going on. Like brother tell you straight up, you examine it and you fix it.
Right.
You know, and that's how we deal, man. But every man, like this world has been so
Pussified.
that's the spirit. I wanted to say that, but I didn't want to say it on your feet. The world is so pussified, man. It's so pussified that and everybody is so weak that they can't take any type of correction. And even if the correction is good for them, even if it's gonna make something a better outcome, they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it, man. You know, a bunch of hard-headed little nigga children, man.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead, brother.
This is just back you up. This is the book of
You
Proverbs.
were still reading?
That's all good.
That's the logs in the fire.
Here we go, like. Go ahead, bro. Hey, it's okay. I know you're hot.
Alright. Don't worry, little brother. There's more.
Verse 19, it says, if ye were of the world would love his own.
Yeah, if you was a nigga, man, people would big you up. You know? It's crazy, man. Like, you try to be a civilized individual, and the world hates you for it. But if you the nigga that's out in the street, you robbing, you stealing, you looting, people big you up. You jumping on people, beating people up, fighting, going back and forth to jail. People love niggas like that.
Oh yeah.
You know,
They're like celebrities.
Yeah.
trying to serve the Lord is like a lame thing for these people, man. Like, this weird ass nigga trying to tell me he's serving the Lord.
Do goody.
Right.
You know, that's the world we live in, though. You know,
Hey.
and then like you know, you see the wrong that people do. Everybody knows it's wrong, and you know, and they and it's like. They still big them up, man. You know what? Man.
Well, Barabbas.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
Barabbas is one of these stick-up kids out here. You know, go in and out of jail.
Yeah.
You know, and you see what they did with him? They bigged him up.
Yeah.
So these jakes out here, they're in that Barabbas spirit.
Give us Barabbas.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
It says, but because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you.
Yeah, because you don't act like a nigga, the world hates you. Because you don't act like these everybody else. The world hates you, man. You know? You become like an off-scoring. You know, people the scriptures say what blessed are ye when people shall remove you from their company.
Yeah.
You know, people remove you from their company when they find out, you know, what you're about, man.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, man, we gotta live like this Clark Kent lifestyle to deal in this world, man. Like, you know, it's like, you know, like you know, you gotta really, when the scriptures say cast not thy pearls before swine, at least they turn and rend you. You gotta really consider that, man. Like, these people don't care about righteousness.
Nah.
You know?
I was thinking about that this morning. I kind of woke up out of my sleep. I was thinking about it. You really can't reason with these people.
Nope.
Because they're not going to accept it. You know, and they're not supposed to because they're not part of the elect. You know, brothers' jobs would be a lot easier if when they come to the comprehension that you can't teach everybody.
Yeah.
You know, it make your life easier. You won't stress yourself out, give yourself a headache, and meanwhile, the person that you was in the argument with, they going about their business. It is you got a headache because you're trying to argue with this guy so that they can get it, and they ain't worthy. Yeah, you
done?
I got one more. Verse 20 says, remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord.
So Yahweh Shah had a similar treatment to how we are treated by the world. He was, you know, despised and rejected, you know, of men. You know, he was acquainted with grief. You know, he didn't live a patty back life. You know, he lived a rough, hard life, man. He suffered in his mind, in his body.
Oh yeah.
You know, and like you don't really know the suffering of Yahweh Shai until you get in the truth, and these demons start fucking with you, man.
Yep.
You know, when these spirits start like ailing your body, they start taking things from you. You know, and it's like, man, it's like, you know, it's a ride, man. It's, you know, but through it all, man, you know, the Lord wants people that are able to endure hard things, man. You know, and I say this all the time because the Lord is putting us through hard things because harder times are coming.
Oh yeah.
You know, harder tests are coming. Well, go ahead.
This is Luke 2 and verse 40. It says, "And the child grew and waxed strong in the spirit, filled with wisdom, and the grace of Yahweh was upon him." So the reason why I'm bringing this out, because, you know, this is talking about Yahweh Shai right here, and, you know, the scriptures say with
Where you at, Luke 2?
and 40.
Okay. I think that's dealing with John the Baptist.
Yeah. Reading up a little bit on that.
Yeah, I think that's dealing with John the Baptist. What verse was that?
40.
40.
'Cause I know.
No, I'm sorry, you're right. No, that is Yahweh Shai. It's further down that it's speaking about John the Baptist. Salaki.
I thought I was tripping.
You're right.
But yeah, I'm gonna read over. It says Luke 2 and 40 says.
I'm sorry, that was Luke the first chapter I was thinking about with John the Baptist. My bad. Salaki.
It's all good. Luke 2 and 40 says, "And the child grew and waxed strong in the spirit, filled with wisdom, and the grace of Yahweh was upon him." So yeah, we know what the scriptures say with much. What is
Much wisdom.
I'm there now.
much
Much sorrow.
He that increases in wisdom increases sorrow.
All right, so just back up, you know, the elder's point, you know, Yahweh Shai was going through it, you know.
Yeah, you become like the scriptures say. We bear his bear. What is it? Come armed with the same mind.
I got you right here. That's what I was holding.
No,
First Peter 4:1. For as much then as Yahweh Shai has suffered for us in the flesh,
Yep.
arm yourself likewise with the same mind. For he that has suffered in the flesh has ceased from sin.
Yep. He has suffered in the flesh, has ceased from sin, and the sufferings are, you know, bodily ailments, rejection of people, separation of you know, whether it be family, you lose your woman, your car go down, your job, you lose your job. You know, the suffering comes in all manner of ailments, and it makes you a harder person. It makes you more durable, you know. But hey, Yahweh Shai, you get closer to Yahweh Shai when you walk this walk because you understand his suffering.
Yeah.
You know, you understand what he went through, man. You know, and that's why it's the outcome is a beautiful thing. Yeah, we despised and rejected a man just like Yahweh Shai was. You know, we live similar lives than the Lord lived. You know, yep, bitter. Absolutely. You know, demons fucking with your mind. You know, I have a feeling that the Lord prayed to the Most High because the demons was fucking with him, man. He was battling in his mind. He was battling spirits, man. You know? But, was you done? Was you done?
Oh, yeah, it's like,
Okay.
Was you done, brother?
Yeah, it's okay, brother.
Yeah, this is just to back up on what you were saying about, you know, we're going through what, you know, he went through. This is the book of the Wisdom of Solomon 3, beginning in verse 1. It says, "But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and there shall no torment touch them. In the sight of the unwise they seem to die, and their departure is taken for misery."
Yeah, in the sight of the unwise they seem to die. You know, like, you know, cause we be going through shit, man. Like, brothers be going through shit. You know, but hey, there's a greater reward for the suffering that we endure on this side. I have this saying. I rather catch this spiritual fire than physical fire, than that physical fire that's gonna come. You know, I rather catch the burning and the spirit than the burning that the Lord is gonna bring. You know, you know, and you know, hey, so be it. You know, go ahead.
I'm gonna say real quick too. But like I said, you see Jake in the world seeing us, we going through all these afflictions and stuff, see they ain't no men of the Lord. See, his car broke down. You know what I'm saying? But they don't know, like I said, the Lord's working on us. Getting us stronger, ready, prepared for the battle. We're battle tested.
Hey man, this shit like some like out of this world shit be happening sometimes. You know, like the average person will just lose it.
Yeah, man. I'm like today. I'm trying to pay some shit off my credit.
Yep.
You know, I'm trying to pay some shit off my credit.
Trying to be good.
They reported me to the bureau, so I'm like, let me get this shit off, and try to, clear up my credit a little bit. And I go to pay the shit. See, I want to start cussing because I'm mad. I go to pay the shit, and then they say, well, the dude switches me off to automated, and then they said, well, yeah, put your credit card number in, and I'm like, okay, well, I put my debit. I wasn't gonna use a credit card. I was trying to use my debit card, but sometimes you can use your debit card and hit credit.
Yeah.
And then the money will come off. So I'm thinking, okay, I put all this information in, and they rejected me because they want me to use a credit card. Now, how stupid does it sound if you're already in debt to have to pay the debt off with a fucking credit card?
Right, because then you're still in debt.
Yeah.
The purpose of you getting your credit score right is to get off of the credit stuff.
Yeah.
To pay that off.
Yeah, man. Like, everybody knows that people with bad credit avoid credit cards.
Yeah.
People with good sense and bad credit, because eventually you grow up. Like when you're young, you be like, oh, it's credit card, it's free money. Yeah. You don't know the outcome of it. But when you get older, you're like, oh, fuck that. I'm avoiding credit cards, especially if you got shit on your credit. But they want the only way you can pay the shit off is with a fucking credit card. And I was pissed off, bro. I'm like, what the fuck, man? That's why I said it's the only place you try to do right. You try to do the right thing, and you get even a worse outcome, man. You try to do what's right, and you get a hard time.
It's all set up to frustrate, oppress, because they want people to lose it.
Yeah.
Because really, at the end of the day, they want anarchy.
Yep.
They want a justification to bring the New World Order, send in the troops and do what they got to do. That's why they make everything so hard and difficult, and people snap so easy, road rage and all that, because they want a constant. They want people in a constant state of confusion, a constant state of aggravation, because if you're in that state, you don't have time to think about issues that really matter. Like back in the days before you had all these distractions, people used to actually read and keep an eye on the laws and, keep an eye on everything that was going on, so where it was less likely for them to get hoodwinked.
Yeah.
Today there's so many distractions, so many problems that people are more focused on that than they are on anything that really matters. And they do that on purpose, keep the people confused.
I appreciate it.
And that's why, you have your, eventually, at first, second Ezra 15, people are gonna not give heed to the officials because they're gonna get tired. They say every time we listen to these officials, we, end up in a worse situation than we were before that. So they're gonna get to the point where like, the hell with that, anarchy is gonna take place and forget about it. We got
Yeah, this is a quick one. Matthew 24:12, it says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
And that's what's happening now. Like you to the point now where people barely even talk to each other. Back in the days, you walk by somebody, they thought it would be rude for you not to say hello or good morning or good afternoon or something like that. Now it's like you say something to people, they looking at you like they want to eat you like that deer on the trail.
Yeah, ain't no singing groups no more. Remember there used to be singing groups, harmony. Everybody's so divided they can't even sing together no more. That's how wicked this world is.
I was coming out of the store, this younger dude, I boss come out of the store, he didn't even know how to say excuse. He literally froze up like a robot.
Yep.
And he's like, and I was like, hey, excuse me, man. He's like I'm about, I mean, people don't, and he's like malfunctioned.
It's not a buffer.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
This
I'm like,
micro C here.
right, yeah. I didn't send him a
It was
text.
buffering.
Yeah.
Hey, look, no, he took
Like,
that juice.
you want Max Headroom?
Yeah, he was buffering.
Yeah. I said, good. I said, this
I'm
place
telling you,
finished.
he ain't gonna never.
Yeah, you did.
Max Headroom.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, society is so it's just trash.
Yeah.
So these people can't even function like unless you know if I would have sent him a text message saying excuse me, he'd been all about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't know how to the interaction.
Yeah, well, shit, years ago, you know, you have like people going to the bathroom, you know, you had the thing to flush it.
Mhm.
Now you have the, you know, the automatic. So if it don't flush, people don't know what to do. There's usually a little button you can push.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, but they don't know that because they're so used to the, you know, they're so used to it that some bathroom you go to wash your hands, you gotta pull the lever up
Yep.
or something, but most of them are automatic.
Yeah.
So people are so programmed with the automatic that they'll turn it on and won't turn it back off and leave.
Yeah.
And the water still be running.
No Sean the crankshaft window.
Yeah, hey man, Esau boy. Esau done did a number on these people, man.
Yep.
I got some.
That
2 Timothy 3:1 it says, "This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come." Right. So perilous going into dangers. All right, and we're in the last days now. It says, "For men shall be lovers of their own selves,
Yep.
covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy."
Yep.
And we see that going on right now. And why is that? Because Esau, Edom, so-called white man who's in rulership right now, programmed the minds, through his witchcraft, the social media, our TV, telling you basically to be all about yourself, all right? Basically, you're the prize, all right? You're the prize in life. They don't say nothing about, the Lord, nothing like that, which pushes out a spirit of, all about myself, It's all about me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, they say you're the main character.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
YOLO.
YOLO.
I mean, they got another one. I'm solo dolo.
So yeah.
Solo dolo. Yeah, everybody, solo dolo.
Right.
You know.
And they got the music that pushes. You got music out here that's being pushed to. It'll tell you, oh, don't trust this person. I don't trust nobody but myself. Shit like that.
Yeah.
That's Esau Edom programming. The minds of the people to basically be all about themselves.
Yeah. Yeah, like you said, man, that, like I said about themselves, man, you be in the gym, I see more tripods and cameras. People recording themselves more than they're working out, This is, I'm standing at the counter one day, and as these people are walking out, they hold the camera up like, I'm at the gym.
Man, nigga got one of these.
Yeah.
Got a selfie stick.
Yeah, hold it up, walking out the door. I'm like, really?
Yeah. Oh man.
Then you get that camera, then you have to add it to the
Yeah.
trying to pick up a weight.
Man, men should be lovers of their own selves, man.
Yes.
Like the scriptures never lie.
That's right.
And it's worse. It's like, man, they used to be like, yeah, niggas was self lovers, but like right now, that shit is crazy. And then everybody's about self, and then everybody's putting dumb memes on social media. Yeah, when people turn their back on you, it's good because you know that they, okay, like
Shit.
motherfucker, well, I don't fuck with people because they don't fuck with me. Nigga, that's not fixing nothing.
Right. That's just bullshit.
Stupid meme. Yeah, like stupid memes all on it, because everybody's fucking lonely.
Yep.
Hey, that go to show you, man. Like this whole world, man, this generation, all these distractions, they led to nothing but separation. They led to nothing but pride and separation, man. People taking all these selfies, putting them on Facebook. They getting all kind of likes, but then they going home sleeping in a cold bed by themselves because nobody liked their ass.
Right. Right.
crazy, man. Like it's it's unfathomable how moronic this world is, man. Well, go ahead, brother. It's like it, man.
I got something else.
Mm-hmm.
The second Ezra 14 and verse. I'll start at 16. It says, "For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter.
Right.
For look how much the world shall be weaker through age, so much the more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein."
And that's what you're saying. Hey, as we're getting to the end of this thing, the earth is waxing worse and worse and worse. It's just like even back in Greece and Rome, there were some wicked ass people, right? It was bad then. How much more now? I mean, it's really crazy now, man.
Well, also, you read out of Matthew 24 earlier.
Yeah.
You know, the love of many shall wax cold, and that phrase "wax cold" goes into
Psycho. Yeah.
So yeah. There'll be a lot of people out here, you know, they say batshit crazy.
Yep.
In these last days, you know.
Yep. And they're one missed drive-through of CVS or Walgreens from going berserk. You know, them not picking up their pills, man. Them drive-throughs at them drugstores might be longer than McDonald's lines, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Those are the real drug dealers. You saw either?
Or you trying to get that Popeye's chicken.
Throw that pot right, yeah. So so that's why the place is getting worse, man, because the Lord is breaking the Lord is breaking this place down, man.
Yeah.
All right, it's no longer at the peak of its existence. All right,
Yeah.
it went from the American dream to what? The American nightmare. All right,
And in either case, you still sleep.
exactly.
When he tells us now it's high time to wake out of sleep.
Yeah, because it said because you got to be. What did the comedian say? Because you got to be asleep to believe it.
Yeah.
The American dream. Yeah.
George Carl.
George Carl. Yeah.
Yeah.
He said, call it that because you got to be asleep to believe it. That's the truth. Go ahead.
That was it on my.
Keep going on that.
Go on. Verse 18 it says, "For the truth is fled far away, and leasing is hard at hand. For now hasteth the vision to come which thou hast seen."
Yep, see now the visions are hastening. See now you seeing the fruits of the wicked, all right, being shown. All right, you seeing Esau Edom exposed on all levels, all right, even from their own people. All right, that's prophesied. All right, that's gonna be towards the end because now all their dirty work is put out there because what in their pride. All right, so the Lord let their pride get the best of them, so they put it on history books and took pictures and postcards of the destruction of the children of Israel. And now, guess what? That's a testimony against you, man. You're gonna be destroyed for that, man. So, like I said, Yahweh Shemel Shai, he's let Esau Edom run a tab up against our people, man. But the Lord getting ready to cash out on his ass. Man.
Absolutely.
The bills due.
Keep on going.
Yep.
Then answered I before thee and said, Behold, Lord, I will go as thou hast commanded me, and reprove the people which are present.
And that's what we're doing today. All right, we're out on the highways and byways, you know, taking part of this electronic pistol, doing a live show like we are now. All right, you know, letting the internet do the heavy lifting. All right, but we're out here what? Preaching, teaching this truth. All right, not only to our people, and then tell them what the downfall to these heathen nations as well. You know, go ahead.
It
Say
said,
that's it on that. Where's the weak nature? Is that up? A couple
Yes,
verses? Okay, that's what I really wanted, but go up to that real quick.
Second Ezra 14 and 14.
Yeah.
Let go from thee mortal thoughts and cast away the burdens of man. Put off now the weak nature.
Right, yeah, so you can't get too tied up in the flesh, man, you know, the things of this world, man, because all this stuff is getting ready to be passed away. All right, all the madness, the BS, the daily struggles in life that we have to go through, all right, all that's going to be done away with, man. We got to put our full trust in Yahweh Shemel Shai, you know.
Precept.
Continue to pray and fast, you know, because we're entering into those evil times that the Lord was talking about.
Yeah, this is all pretty much the training
Yep,
for that the final battle.
that's right.
You know, so everything you're going through is pretty much just a pad workout. You know, speed. You know that speed bag and the heavy bag and the sparring and all that. This is just a sparring session.
That's right.
You know, the Lord is just shadow boxing with us right now. You know, to get us prepared for the heavyweight contending battle
That's right.
called Jacob's Trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, got it.
Verse 15. And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times.
And see, haste to flee from these times, all right? And Micah 2:10 says, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not our rest." All right, so leaving spiritually. All right, getting more in tune with Yahweh Shema Shai. You gotta pray, fast. You know, stay in the scriptures. All right, more now than ever. All right, we gotta continue to stay in the faith. All right.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, there ain't nothing here for this world. It's like I said, it's waxing worse and worse.
Yep.
All right, these people are losing their damn mind. All right. That's it on that kind of. Go ahead.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, and verse 3. It says, sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance the heart is made better.
Yep. And that's why I see when we're going through the chastisement of the Lord, that's when, like I said, we're even closer into Him, because we're crying out to Him, to deliver us from our situations. And then that's why you got to praise Yahweh Shema Shai, even in the good times, too. You can't forget about the Lord when things are going right as well. All right? Because it's important. But it's good to be in the house of mourning, because then you're focused, especially if you catching hell here, man, fuck this place, man. Putting up the curses, you want to get up out of here. So it's really, that's the spirit you want to be. You never want to get to, you want to chill and like, you know what, this ain't so bad. When you start getting that mindset, you need to do something. The Lord He's going to shake your ass up. Yeah. Examine yourself.
Just focus on the mission.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why, when we go through our things, you're like, damn, man, but you like, you know what, the Lord had to do that to me because, He got me, He keep me on the straight and narrow.
Comfort is the enemy.
Exactly, the comfort's the enemy, yeah. And then an idle mind is the devil's workshop. So it's better to be, tied up in this truth.
If I may, add on real quick, it says, for by the
Yes, you may, brother.
it says, for by the sadness of the heart, it says, for by the sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better.
See?
So your mind, also your mind is like, is being hardened. Your spirit is being hardened. You get numb. You get more and more numb to the things that used to mess with and bother you a couple years back. They don't even bother you no more.
Yeah. And another thing, you become like, people become better when they suffer things, man. The apostles used to use this the whole Mary J. Blige thing. When Mary J. Blige, when she was catching hell, she made her best albums.
Yep.
But when she was happy, people didn't fuck with her music like that. Because there's something about when you go through shit,
It brings the best out of you.
Yeah, it does, man. It does. It brings the best out of you, man. It's as if the Lord designed it that way. But hey, it's beautiful, man. Hey, it's a beautiful. We have the best cause to suffer for. Hey, because at the end of our suffering is a reward.
Yep. Right.
Hey, if you're gonna suffer for something.
Right. Yeah.
Go ahead, brother.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 12 and verse. I'll start at 7. Can I read it in NLT?
Yeah, absolutely.
It says, even though I have received such wonderful revelations from Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, so to keep me from becoming proud, I was given a thorn in my flesh, a messenger from Satan to torment me and keep me from becoming proud.
Right.
Yeah, man. That's a beautiful reason to suffer for, though, man. Because, man, it's so easy to become proud, man.
It's puffed up.
Yeah, it's an easy thing in this world to do anything wicked. But pride is something that kind of seeps through cracks and finds its way in. And it's like if you ain't on it, man, you'll catch it. You have the spirit has to put it on somebody else. Hey, brother, that's pride. So for you to see it, because it's something that kind of if it tries to find a way in. It's like water. It kind of tries to find a way in. If there's a crack, it'll find its way.
Oh, yeah.
And we're men too. Men were made with a certain confidence factor. That is to cross the barrier of pride is easy for a man. It's easier for a man than it is. Should be easier for a man than it is for a woman. A lot of these men are becoming women because the world is fucked up.
Yeah, they switching.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, you got. I was about to say some folly shit.
Yeah, no, a lot of these men are becoming like women because they're being raised in single family homes where they don't have a male figure, you know. So that's taken away from that. But you know, men have a sense of the Lord instilled in men a sense of competitiveness. You know, like men are competitive. You know, so it's like easy for pride to seep in there. You know, and catch and throw you off. But you know, but go ahead. It's another.
It says, 3 different times I begged the Lord to take it away. Each time he said, my grace is all you need. My power works best in weakness.
Yep. So we catch that hell, so we can't get proud. The Lord allows us to go through that hell and suffer, so pride can't seep in. You know, like because you know if the Lord gave us everything that we desired, then a lot of Jake would fall out the truth.
Well, remember, Joshua wax fat and kick.
Yeah, yeah. Jake will fall wholly out of the truth. Well, I don't need the Lord. I got look, big car, big house.
Right.
I'm doing good. You know. But yeah. So the Lord, man, is designed Apostle Gabar said it. He said something that always stuck with me. I think it was one of the seconds said it. He was like, we suffer wickedness so we can appreciate righteousness. You know, or something to that effect. You know.
I know High Priest Yaakov used to say, the Lord taught us the wicked side, so we know.
Appreciate righteousness.
Yeah, so we can know, we can know both sides of the tree. Evil, wicked and the good. Because we know we have to come full circle. So now we're coming back to the tree of knowledge of good. Which the tree of knowledge of good, that's what Yahweh Shine Angel said. What are we going to do about man, seeing that he's like one of us, knowing good and evil. He put forth his hand and eat from the tree of life and live forever. Because we get in the forever part now. Even though it don't feel like it, but this is just the road to it. Because once we start eating of the tree of knowledge of good, then that's the tree of everlasting life.
That's right. I got that.
Yeah, bring it up.
This is Sirach 19 and 19, and it reads.
You could break it down.
It says, the knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life, and they that do things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality. All right, it says the knowledge of the commandments of the Lord. Okay, in order to have knowledge of them, you have to implement them, you have to obey them. Okay, as well as teach them. And he says, they that do those things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality. It's just not hearing the word; it's doing the word.
That's right.
Okay. And what's that tree? What's that tree of immortality? Everlasting life. That's what it's all about. I believe later on in this book, 37 and 25, because we have the commandments. It says, let me grab that. Sirach 37 and 25. It says, the days of the life of man may be numbered, but the days of Israel are innumerable.
Right.
Okay? That's because we have the law, statutes, and commandments. Everlasting life is only given to the nation of Israel. He tells you that in Deuteronomy 32:8 and 9, when he separated the nations, his heritage, his portion, roughly paraphrased, was given to the nation of Israel. All right, so it's incumbent for us to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. Hey, the book of Baruch 4 and 1.
Right there.
You got it? Go ahead.
I'm in Baruch for another precept too. This Baruch 4 and 1 says, this is the book of the commandments of Yahweh Shai, and the law that endureth forever.
Forever. So it's not done away with. Go ahead.
All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die.
Okay. All right, so yeah, you keep these commandments, you're gonna live. Go away from them, you're gonna die. And that's essentially what is, we broke those, you know. People want to talk about that, but that's the truth. They can't see why he does that. You got to get in there and read. That's the only way you're going to come to this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. You asking questions. Why is this happening to us? It tells you. These things are going to be for a sign and a wonder on this seed after thee. Okay. So if you got in and read and see what it said, you understand what's going on. But you don't want to do that. It goes back to that pride. I can't believe that God would do that. Well,
That's right.
You don't know the power of the Bible.
That's right.
For real.
Matter of fact, because I got a precept for that. This is, for the why. Why we gotta go through what we going through. This is Baruch 1:17. It says, "For we have sinned before the Lord, and disobeyed him, and have not hearkened unto the voice of Yahweh Shemel Shai, to walk in the commandments that he gave us openly. Since the day that the Lord brought our forefathers out of the land of Egypt unto this present day, we have been disobedient unto Yahweh Shemel Shai. And we have been negligent in not hearing his voice." And hey, who's the voice of the Lord right now? The prophets. Just like of old, you never listen to prophets. You rather just kill us off like we're the issue. Hey, they say in the world don't shoot the messenger.
Yep.
But what Jake want to do? They want to cast evil upon us because it says what have I become your enemies because I told you the truth.
Yep.
Yeah, we become enemies to these people because this word is sharper than any two-edged sword. That's the problem. It hurts because they know they're doing wickedness.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That physical injury can heal. Once you bruise their spirit, man, that takes a long, if it heals at all, a long time.
Yeah, but hey, it was meant to be that way. Like, hey, if you accept it, it doesn't take as long to heal. Even us in the truth sometimes, we get cut by the scripture.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You be sitting up there reading and then something hits you like, pow.
Yeah. Let me take a breath real quick.
Yeah, let me go pray and fix this.
That's right.
But when you accept it, it's better. And like when you don't accept it, it's something you gotta hide from. When you don't accept it, now when every time somebody pull a Bible out, you get nervous.
Right, like you get pulled a gun.
Oh shit. Man, I don't want to talk right now, man. I don't want to talk about this. They get defensive. Because they can't accept correction.
All right. This Baruch 2 verse 20. It says, "Wherefore the evils cleaved unto us, and the curse which the Lord appointed by Moses his servant at the time that he brought our fathers out of the land of Egypt, to give us a land that floweth with milk and honey, like as it is to see this day. Nevertheless, we have not hearkened unto the voice of Yahweh Shemel Shai, according to all the words of the prophets whom he sent unto us." See, just like today, like it says in 2 Chronicles 36, like you misuse the prophets. All right, you didn't want to take the ears to it. So what? The Lord gonna take it without remedy. Roughly paraphrase. It says, "But every man followed the imagination of his own wicked heart to serve strange gods and to do evil in the sight of Yahweh Shemel Shai." So yeah, that's why we're in the situation we're at now, because we broke the covenant of the Lord, we broke his contract. All right.
Hey, that's why Jacob's trouble is gonna fuck Jacob up.
Man.
Because they're evil, they're wicked, but also because they've been programmed by Esau and the system that he set up around Jacob to be that way, and that the Lord is going to use that to backfire on them. Because the prophets are here telling them that these things are coming, and they just pretty much fanning their hand. So the time is going to come with these things that they're doing are going to backfire on them, and they're not going to have the freedom that they have now out there, because the Lord is going to bring the curses and the time of Jacob's trouble upon them. because they refuse to listen. They shrug the shoulder. You know, they stiff necked, hard headed. So the Lord's gonna get them, man. You know, this is gonna be a witness against them.
That's right.
We gotta go.
This is 2 Thessalonians 2 and verse 10, it says, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth that they might be saved.
Right. So the Lord pretty much, you know, said, you know, through the mouth of the Apostle Paul, that the Lord, you know, they've been deceived by Esau. You know, because this system that was set up in place, it was a gradual thing. Because Jake's been fucked up going way back, 60s, 70s and all that, but never on this level. Because even back then, you had fucked up Jakes, but you had, you know, a lot of Jakes that had a certain demeanor about themselves, you know, a certain way they would carry themselves. They wouldn't carry themselves, you know, in that trashy way. You know, but today it's like trashy is in.
Yeah.
To act, you know, responsible and to act like, you know, that like you have morals and decency and character is frowned upon in this society.
Yep.
You know, you're looked at as weak and soft. What the hell is wrong with you?
Yep.
You know,
We said.
there's a little more in there, right?
And it says, and for this cause Yahweh shall send them strong delusion that they shall believe a lie, that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but have pleasure in unrighteousness.
Right, and they have pleasure in unrighteousness. You know, they don't accept the truth. They don't believe in the truth. So the Lord sent them that strong delusion that they can believe in that way. Whether it's Christianity, whether it's Islam, whether it's the Black Conscious Movement, you know, whether it's the ghetto mentality. Because pretty much the be hood, you know, is a way of life for Jake.
Yep.
You know, like the movie they cloned Tyrone. Like the Apostle Rakal said, that's not a movie, that was a documentary.
Yep.
And Esau was showing you just how he controls you, but to everybody it's a funny movie or it's a joke. But it's not a joke, it's reality. That's exactly how they control you. But you are so far gone that they could throw it in your face and you still won't catch the hints. Still won't get the clues. They're telling you right there, right in your face, what they're doing to you. And how they're doing it to you. Through your food, through your hair products, you know, through just the way you're being brought up and taught, but you still can't see it. You said you had something?
Yeah, real quick. This is 1 Peter 4 and 3. It says, for the time past our life may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles when we walked in lasciviousness, lust, excess of wine, revelings, banquetings, and abominable idolatries.
Right, and that's what you see going on with Jake.
Yep.
You know, that's why if you tell Jake you don't eat pork, they're looking at you like there's something really wrong.
Yeah.
Precept.
Like what?
Yeah.
Man, if I made you these smothered pork chops,
Right.
you'd eat them.
You would eat them, bro.
You
You
know?
wouldn't even know. It would taste just like a steak. You know.
And they let you know that pork, you can't eat that shit.
No.
You ain't, first of all, it's unlawful to eat, but the meat itself, it said even when you freeze it, it still grows parasites. Even when you cook it, it still grows certain parasites. So you're not supposed to eat that. That's why the Lord said it was an unclean animal. It has its purpose. It had, you know, it's a garbage man of the earth. Just like you have certain animals that are garbage men of the earth, you have fish that are garbage men of the sea. And that's why the Lord said don't eat them, because they eat the stuff that we're not supposed to eat. And when you eat them, you're pretty much eating what they eat.
Yep. Someone
Trash.
yeah, I don't say Apostle, to your point, someone took a picture of this body of water before the pandemic and then during the lockdown. Okay, same body of water. Before, you couldn't see anything. It was so dark and black in that water. But during the pandemic, you could see to the bottom of it because those sea animals were doing the job.
Right, what they were created for.
Yeah.
Which shows you, even if you're taking them out, right? And after a while, if you stop taking them out, they'll do their job.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cause if you don't have that many in there, they're not gonna, they ain't gonna be able to do the job of the other ones
Right.
that you took out and ate.
Yep.
You know, but that just shows you that the ecosystem of the Lord is ever living.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cycle. That's why when the kingdom of heaven is established, the earth is gonna pretty much clean itself up.
Uh-huh. Yep.
You know, through the way the Lord set it up to clean itself.
Yep.
You know, and then the missiles are gonna do a number on this place to help clean up the air and clean up a lot of stuff. You know, but the Lord already set it up in a way where it works in conjunction with each other. But when you stop that cycle, you know, that's how you start to have problems.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like if you don't follow the land Sabbath, which Elder Apostle Gabar speaks about all the time. You know, what happens is you rob the earth of the nutrients.
Yep.
It depletes, and it's never given time to replenish. But even if you deplete it to the point where there's hardly anything in it, if you leave it alone, it'll start growing back.
Yep.
Because that's the way the Lord set it up. He said the earth to regenerate itself.
Right.
You know, but you are a man that's upside down. That's why the Lord said He's gonna turn everything right side up. Matter of fact, can somebody get Psalms 82 and 5? But no, go ahead, read what you got, bro.
Okay, this is the book of Sirach chapter 10 and verse 4. It says the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Al-Shai.
Beautiful.
And in due time, he will set over it one that is profitable.
Right.
Why? Because one that is profitable is one that's gonna follow. That's why Gad was getting on Esau.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because Gad was one with the earth.
Yeah.
No, they were going off certain bugged out shit they were doing, but they were one with the animals, with the trees, just with nature itself. You know, they only ate what they needed. They didn't go out there, you know, hunting for sport. They didn't take more than it was necessary, because they understood that the land and everything had to replenish itself.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why they would migrate from one place to the other, burn certain areas, you know, to help it grow back better. You know, so they had like a whole, before Esau got here, they had a whole science
Yeah.
from the Lord and how to govern themselves among each other. Even though there was wars among each other, they were killing each other, but they were one with nature, so to speak. You know? Somebody got that Psalms? Okay.
They got one more verse.
Okay.
Psalms 82 and 5, they know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course.
Right, all the foundations of the earth are out of course, so the Lord's gonna make it right. Matter of fact, since you read that, get Isaiah 24 and 4. You had something?
Yeah, just to finish off the Peter. Let's back to 1 Peter 4 and verse 4.
Well, you know what? Hold
yeah,
on.
hold on.
Yeah, because we gotta get back to that. That's some good stuff. Go ahead.
Isaiah 24 and 4, the earth mourneth and fadeth away.
Why? Because the people that are running, the landlords, the slumlords,
Mm-hmm.
they're destroying the earth. Deforestation. They're taking out of the earth the things that the earth needs to heal itself. Go ahead. Trash.
It says, the world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do language.
Go ahead.
The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof.
Right, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. Because Esau, the way he's running it, he's not running it correct. That's what the Lord said, He's going to destroy them that destroy the earth. That's why they gotta make GMOs and stuff, you know, different foods that are not natural, because they done destroyed the earth so much that they got people eating stuff that's not even food. Tastes good, looks like food, tastes like food, but it's not food at all. And that's why when you eat it, the body doesn't know what to do with it. It stores it away somewhere. You're obese, but you're still hungry because you're not feeding your cells. You're feeding yourself, but you're not feeding your cells. Go ahead, bro. Is that it?
You got a little bit more. It says,
Read it again.
Isaiah 24 and 5, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broke the everlasting covenant.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore, the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left.
Yeah, that's why the Lord's going to destroy this place. Because Esau done destroyed the natural way that the earth, is supposed to be run. Because they don't know what the hell they're doing. And, I mean, not so much that they don't know what they're doing, it's just that their greed will not allow them to do the right thing. And you could understand that they didn't have nothing. They got everything. They got more than heart could wish, but they can't be satisfied. So this insatiable appetite that they have is going to be the thing that's going to also destroy them. Because the Lord's going to get them for a lot of different reasons. Shit, the way he got the earth, the condition he got the earth, and that's one major reason why the Lord's going to get his ass. So just imagine everything else that he got lined up for him. You got something, Jerome?
Oh, God. Yeah, I got one. This is Micah chapter 2 and verse 1. It says, woe to them.
Matter of fact, read the 10th verse first.
Come. Micah chapter 2 and verse 10. It says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction.
Because it's polluted. The Lord said we're going to eat our bread defiled among the Gentiles.
That's right.
Why? Because it's polluted, and the ones that are running it are polluted. They're fucking bunch of psychotic scientists. Demonic Frankenstein scientists. And then whatever they get into, they don't know what the effects of that's going to be. So they'll make something for the people to eat, and then they'll watch, and that's their way of experimenting. It's more. Oh yeah, jump to the first verse now.
Micah chapter 2 verse 1. It says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand.
Right, because the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So they got the power to, dictate the course of the earth, but they don't do it the right way. But at the end of the day, they're programmed to do it that way, because the Lord got them programmed. So they're doing what the Most High wants them to do. They're walking the Most High's walk. That was it, right? You wrong it?
I can go one more.
Good.
This, verse 2, it says, and they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they've done, because they'll figure out a way. If you don't want to sell something to them, they'll figure out a way to get you out of that land one way or the other. That's why you see what's going on in North Carolina. Then they gave Gad a plot of land that they thought was trash. Come to find out there was oil there. That's what that whole Killers of the Flower Moon was all about. They gave them that land because they thought that land was dead. But then come to find out that there was oil underneath, and that's why they came in there, started to intermarry with Gad, killing, murdering certain Gadites to take the deeds for their land. There's nothing sacred in this devil's eyes.
Right.
But you have these stupid clowns that want to deliver and save them. That was it, right? Alright, so you got it, bro.
Yeah. All right, back to 1 Peter 4 and 3 again. It says, for the time past of our life may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles when we walked in lasciviousness, lust, excess of wine, revelings, banquetings, and abominable idolatries.
Yep, and that all goes, like today, Esau, Jake is all into that.
Yep.
This parties, party hardy spirit, house parties and clubs and all of that stuff goes back to the heathens. And that, because it wasn't so, it was a party, but it wasn't, like today Jake parties a party, but back then it was more of a ritual, like a ritualistic thing in the honor of their gods. That's why you had Dionysus and Bacchus, you would drink, get tore from the floor, as they say, and then do all type of freaky shit, because those were things that in the legends and stuff, they were pretty much things that would so-called please their gods.
Yeah.
So today it's more of a entertainment type thing, more than that. But really, that's the origins of it. So, you know, so Jake really, you know, indirectly they worshiping Bacchus, you know, and Dionysus when they do those things. You got it.
Verse 4 says, wherein they think it's strange that ye run not with them to the same excess of riot.
And that's brothers that have separated themselves from that world. You know, you got, you know, you have boys out there that you used to roll with, and they look at you like you're crazy because you don't do the same things that you used to do with them back in the day, going to the clubs and going to, you know, hanging out on the block, selling drugs and, you know, all that other shit that you used to do when you was out there.
Yeah, and then your life starts to cut theirs.
Yep.
Because you have standards and morals, because you're upright. You know, when you're upright, your life cuts people. People will go to the extent of trying to set you up and catch you on something foul.
Yep.
You know, they rather believe you're just an upright person. People try to, hey man, you want to go? She sure is fine, ain't she? That's such and such wife. We like, yeah, motherfucker, that's why I don't hang with you.
Right.
Go ahead, brother.
I know she's dealing with Esau, but this is the book of Psalms 94 and 20. It says, shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by law? The point is, they gather themselves together against the souls of the righteous and condemn the innocent blood.
Yeah, man. They want if you live a righteous life and they don't, your life starts to cut them. So they start becoming enemies. They start because they want to see you fall. They want to see you fall, so because if you fall, they'll feel better about themselves.
Because your life is a threat to them.
Yeah.
It's like that the wisdom of Solomon. The ways are clean contrary to ours. Yep.
It's got one more verse. This is 1 Peter 4 and 4 again. It says, where they think it strange that you run not with them to the same excess of riot, speaking evil of you.
Speaking evil of you.
Yeah, but if you read on, it says that they're gonna have to give account for that.
Yep. Yep. I can say it on that. It says, verse 5, who shall give account to him that is ready to judge the quick and the dead?
Yeah, because they're gonna have to stand before Yahweh Shai.
Yep. For this cause was the gospel preached also to them that are dead, that they might be judged according to men in the flesh, but live according to Yahweh Shai in the spirit.
Yeah, because you're gonna have the ones that were out there, that were walking in their excess, that the Lord's gonna bring into this thing, and they're pretty much by their works, their actions, they're gonna condemn the ones that are still out there doing it. And then the Lord is gonna come and deal with them. See, I got it.
It says virgin times.
Yep. Even as you were living.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 2 and verse 17. It says, let us see if his words be true, and let us prove what shall happen in the end of him. For if the just man be the son of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, he will help him and deliver him from the hands of his enemies. Right, so yeah, this could pertain to Esau and to our people, you know. You know, our people, they watch how we conduct our lives, like, oh, he's so-called really trying to, be after, after the Lord, you know. But at the same time, in their spirit is condemning, how they're moving, oh, he's not eating pork, but I'm eating pork, so that's already fucked, just messing them up in their head. Because Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, they taught our people on to hate on something that's good,
Yeah.
Themselves.
So yeah.
Yeah, like I said, Esau has that do as thou will spirit. Like I said, like other people, so when you got standards and that's interfering with their lifestyle. You're making them uncomfortable just by your presence,
Yep. But Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is going to prove all his enemies wrong, by delivering his elect,
That's right.
And destroying this place,
That's right.
Strangest as others.
That was it on mine.
Good.
This is St. John chapter 3 and verse 19. And this is the condemnation that light is come into the world.
I was thinking about that scripture.
It says, and men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil.
That's why they hate the light. They hate the wisdom and understanding of Yahweh Shem Shai, because what? Their deeds are evil. Like I say, it cuts them. All right, Hebrews 4:12. Sharper to it, between two-edged sword. All right, this word hurts.
Precept.
You know, like they said in elementary, hey, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words never hurt, right? But these words hurt.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Sharper than any two-edged
sword,
sword.
right? You get what I'm saying?
They cut all the way down to the soul.
Soul.
I ain't saying-
Yes, I'm up there. Let it on up.
Yeah, it's just, I just want to give you a quick piece of.
Yeah. Like I said, when light and this dark world, man, like I said, it makes these people uncomfortable, man. Like I said, they got legion of demons on them, and they, you know, they don't want anybody to tell them that their way of life is going off.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's what they hate us for.
They hate them that rebuke us when we
Yeah,
agree.
that's right. That's right. Good, sure.
So everything is in the scriptures, man.
Yep.
And that's why when the kingdom of heaven is established, you're gonna have these jakes that came against us. That's gonna be ashamed for a certain period of time. You know, because it's like, damn, man, I should have known. But you know,
Right.
it's out of your hands. It's in control.
Yep. He just trying to show me some love, man. They just trying to show me real love. These same people, man, like they'll walk past you, they'll disregard the love that you're giving them as wicked because it goes against their immoral, wicked beliefs.
Yep.
You know, they don't want to straighten up. You know, they don't want to stop doing certain things. You know, it's actually guys out there that prey on that prey on getting with other men's women. They like
Yeah.
that's a thing to them.
Yeah.
You know, they'll bypass a single woman to go sleep with another man's woman. There's people out there that's actually like that, man. You know, you tell them, look, hey, that's wicked. You shouldn't be doing that. You know, it's a waste of time.
They'll do it to
Waste of
me.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Right.
been done to me before. You know,
Try to justify it.
that nigga, he don't know. Like, that don't make it no
Right.
better. He don't know. Yeah, like, okay, the Lord does.
Right. What shows you, it's like the scripture said, because it speaks about the adultery. It says, such a man only feareth the eyes of men. No, not the Most High's eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's dealing with these adultery. That's why the scriptures even speak about things that's aggravating. So many words is old adulterer and doteth. You know, here it is, nigga, 75 years old, he's still committing adultery.
Yeah, I got that for you.
You know, yeah, you got it.
Sirach 25 and verse 2. 3 sorts of men my soul hateth, and I am greatly offended at their life. A poor man that is proud, a rich man that is a liar, and an old adulterer that doteth.
With a bottle of Ripple in his back pocket.
Nigga, 63 with walking around with a goddamn Michael Jordan jogging suit on with the new J's on.
Right.
You know, like,
That's
you know, like that shit is like that shit is dishonorable to me. Like I mean, like, nigga, you old. Like, you know, like Jordan don't wear that shit unless he, you know, unless he's working out or something. But like, you know, niggas wear that and be sitting in a positive rear end van in front of the high school. Come on.
Come here, girl.
Right. With some change in his hand, shaking.
Tons of fun.
Say your lane, say your lane.
Wicked as hell, man. Like, that shit is dishonorable to me. Like, some old adulterer nigga, man. You know, like, he dressing all up, talking about, hey, I spent my whole check. I give you my whole check.
Right.
You know? And a lot of these women be dealing with these old, I'm a sugar daddy. Be dealing with these old niggas, man, and be having boyfriends. You know?
Precept.
Boy, the Lord's gonna do some work on Jake out here. This place gotta go.
This for those adulterers, man. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 6, again in verse 32. It says, but whoso committeth adultery with a woman lacketh understanding. He that doeth it destroyeth his own soul.
That's it.
Yeah.
Says, verse 33, a wound and dishonor shall he get, and his reproach shall not be wiped away. So it's gonna come back to you. You know, you like it says, you know, the judgment is not expedient. You know, it's going to come back to you.
Yeah.
Okay, because like you said, that is wicked. All right. It says 34, for jealousy is the rage of a man, therefore he will not spare in the day of vengeance.
Yeah, that's why you hear about these people getting gunned up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's been several cases of murder suicide where the dude find out his woman cheating, he go off the kids, and then go off her and kill himself.
Yep.
You know, like it's been several times out here. They actually talking about like we're gonna have to start having a counselor. They gotta set up counseling for this type of behavior because people out here is doing murder suicides. They killing off in the whole family.
And the brother said, well, they can go twisted to the side.
It smell like juke. Old juke smelling nigga, man.
Car
Okay.
Goddamn Sergio Valente.
God dog.
Dusty ass Sergio Valente Jr.
Jupe and Bengay, yeah.
God damn. That's a hell of a combination.
Yeah, I mean, that's dishonorable to me. To see an older man like you still trying to look like a young dude, man. Like I'd be like, man, our people are destroyed, man.
Yeah.
And these women ain't no fucking better. You see a 63-year-old woman with purple fucking hair, man.
Yeah.
And then all the other women are doing, ooh, I like it.
You kill him, girl.
Yellow spandex.
Right.
You know, tell her to fucking stop.
Like a big bird.
Big
Yeah,
bird.
man, looking crazy as fuck, man. Like looking bug. Like I saw that shit the other day. The chick had on, you know, pink jeans, pink hair, and she can't even hardly fucking walk. You know, so old she can't fucking walk. When does it end?
Right.
When do you stop?
That's that Clone Tyrone
Yeah.
spirit that they got out here. Even the old cats caught up into that shit.
The whole head is sick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it says Proverbs 6:35 says, he will not regard any ransom, neither will he rest content, though thou givest many gifts. So it's nothing you can do to turn away that man's anger. You know, the scriptures tell us, he that gathereth the wife gathereth the possession. Okay? You stole his stuff and you polluted it. Okay? You got a lot of these women that, you know, their body count don't matter. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. It's in that man's a spirit he knows. You know, you talk about that women's intuition, you ain't got nothing. You know, that it was the man who had that spirit of jealousy first. You know, he knows when something's wrong.
Yeah, hey man, you got Jake out here. He get off work early and catch his wife cheating. He recording the whole thing on live. Like, bro, like what the fuck, man?
Right.
Like, man, like this whole social media shit, man, got people fried out here, man. Like,
You talking about that nurse?
no, man, bro, it's so many of them.
Yeah.
It's
right.
it's so many of them. Jake be like, hey, catch this bitch cheating. Like, bro, this ain't a TV show, bro.
Right.
Like, bro, stop recording every goddamn thing, man. Catch the nigga naked in the bed with his woman.
Right.
Didn't ask 1,000 fucking questions, nigga. It's already there.
Right.
Why you do this? Why would you do something like this? I just want to know why would you do something like this? See how she doing me, y'all? See how she doing me, y'all?
Right.
He was asking the same questions over and over, man. I'm getting so fucking tired of seeing that, man.
She kicking me out. Yeah. That kind of hurt. Yeah.
I
You know,
paid
like-
dues.
Right.
Jake is through, man.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
if ever people are destroyed, man. Yeah, the scriptures say, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge." Boy, is Jake destroyed for lack of knowledge, man.
10th is finished, man.
Just through. Hey, Brakatay Hawabashim Shai, that
Hey.
if it wasn't for him leaving us a little nail fastened in the wall somewhere, we would have been finished. Hey, like the prophet said, we'd have been like Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah.
We'd have been destroyed.
Yep.
Yeah, son, bro?
Come on.
Right now.
This is Titus 3. I'll start at 1. It says, put them in mind to be subject to principalities and powers, to obey magistrates, and to be ready to every good work, to speak evil of no man, to be no brawlers, but gentle, showing all meekness unto all men. For we ourselves also were sometimes foolish, disobedient, deceived, serving diverse lusts and pleasures, living in malice and envy, hateful, and hating one another. But after that, the kindness and love of Yahweh B'Shem Shai, our Savior toward men appeared. Right, so yeah, we was once in that state too. Just through a through state, but Yahweh Shai, through Yahweh Shai, we're coming back into our power, to becoming, one with Yahweh, B'Shem Shai,
Yeah, man. Hey, man, you just look at this place and you be like, man, look, man, I'm tired. Every day you just tired. It's another reason to be tired every fucking day.
Yep.
Every day, bro.
Hey, I'm sorry, if it wasn't for this truth, there'd be no reason to live, really.
Nah.
Because there's not, what's there to look forward to? If we didn't have this truth as an anchor, there's no reason to live.
Yeah.
For what? And this constant misery?
Yeah. Everybody's out there trying to make the world, trying to portray themselves as happy. And, I got all these pictures. Look, I'm in Florida, and these people are fucking sad, man.
Yeah.
You people are sad, man. You need all that fucking attention, man. You something ain't right.
That's why they need that social media shit.
Yeah. They need that what is it?
Attention.
Like dopamine or
Yeah, I had a term, I coined it.
That's your time. No.
I want to feel like they're part of something.
I can't think of it. It's okay. Yeah, fuck it.
That's why you'll see a father of 4 doing TikTok dances with his family, then blows damn head off the next day. You know what I'm saying? They're like, well, what happened? You start looking at the video. He looks so happy in them.
Yeah.
Because this place is hell.
Yeah, man. People are tired, man.
Yeah.
Shit, we're tired. We know about the hell that's coming. We like, man, it never ceases to amaze me the ends of evil people go to in the times that we're living in.
Yep.
And how they increase.
Yeah.
Anybody has some
Reset,
more?
okay, so-
We're gonna give it a closing.
Yeah, this Baruch 4 and 25, it says, my children, suffer patiently the wrath that is come upon you from Yahweh B'Shem Shai.
Yep, suffer patiently the wrath that's come upon us. We gotta live through this hell, so we gotta pray, and we gotta use the weapons, the tools that the Lord gave us to fight through it. Prayer being number one.
That's right.
If you have to go on a fast, being around a brotherhood, being around brothers, that builds you up. Man, like doing these lessons builds you up. We reading your scriptures, getting your precepts together, man. Looking at current events. We have a purpose. We have a purpose that's above all purposes on the earth.
That's right.
And I say this all the time, and I mean it since the first time I said it. This is the most important job on the planet, man. Our lives have meaning in this truth. Everybody else is wandering around trying to make it seem like their life is meaningful. But we actually have a end game, a goal.
That's right.
We actually have something to work towards. You know, but like we're not living the same rat race life that everybody else is living.
Right.
You know,
Preach
well, you know, for the rest of your life, this is what you want to do. You know, get up, you know, eat some cereal.
Right.
You know, go to work.
Hey.
You know, for 360 days of the year, then I get 5 days off.
Right.
You know, what they say is a 7, but you are 2 off.
Right.
Yeah, I get 5 days off and 360. You know, tomorrow I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna eat a bowl of cereal.
Yeah.
You know, like pet my dog. You know, like people are stuck in this.
Yeah.
You know, and they don't mind living that like that.
Eat my butterscotch pudding.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
So pat my wife's ass and walk out the door.
Right.
And you know.
Yeah. So I just spent my whole check. You know.
Yeah.
That's life.
Yeah. Wait for the weekend to come.
Right.
You know, like, ugh, I don't want to do that for the rest of my life.
Have a good weekend.
Right. Have a good weekend spirit. Yeah.
Oh, shit, that keep him out the box.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can work 5 days straight and you thank God it's Friday.
Right. Right.
You know,
I got
so you can take a bunch of pictures for social media and act like you're happy, man. Like, you know,
Yeah. It says, for thine enemy hath persecuted thee, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction and shalt tread upon his neck. It said, you know, hey, we're gonna take these heathen down. We ain't gonna be suffering forever.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're gonna take control.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't give a damn what vocab says.
That's right.
Yeah, vocab gonna be taken control of.
That's right.
Yeah. See, you don't understand. You don't know the plans of the Lord. You know? You're talking about the heathen, the Gentiles, can be saved by the other nations. No, man. The actual heathen are going into slavery.
That's right.
Every last one of them.
That's right. We got it. Verse 26. This is verse, Luke 4:26 says, my delicate ones have gone rough ways and were taken away as a flock caught of the enemies. It says, be of good comfort, O my children, and cry unto Yahweh Bashem El Shai, for ye shall be remembered of him that brought these things upon you. For as it was in your mind to go astray from Yahweh Bashem El Shai, so being returned, seek him 10 times more. For he that hath brought these plagues upon you shall bring you everlasting joy again with your salvation.
Yeah, and it basically this truth is supposed to be at the forefront of your life. Once you get this truth, it's supposed to be the number one thing in your life, regardless of whatever else. And that's another thing. People don't get blessed, get what they ask for, because when the Lord gives them what they ask for, they forget the Lord. You know, a lot of people don't get the things that they desire, because when they get them, they forget the Lord.
That's right.
You know, but you know, hey man, like this truth is supposed to be the most thought about thing. You know what I'm saying? The thing that keeps you most busy. You know, it's supposed to be the first thought. The first thought you wake up in the morning, and the last thought before you go to sleep.
That's right.
You know, this truth is supposed to fill your life, man. You know, go ahead.
Appreciate it. Just back here up right quick. This is book of Joshua chapter 1 verse 8. It reads, this book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success. So just like he said, the truth precedes everything. Okay, once you acknowledge that wholeheartedly, then all the goodness of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is going to come to you. All right?
That's why it says, what, Matthew 6, well, seek ye the kingdom of heaven first.
Yep.
All these shall be added unto you.
God.
Yep. So everything we want and need, you know, the Lord gonna give it to us openly. You know, we just gotta serve him. You know, do what he asks us to do.
Yep.
You know.
And we're the only ones who have this law vocab.
That's it.
Yep.
Damn right. I got some.
This Philippians 4:8. Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are good, are of a good report. If there be any virtue, if there be any praise, think on these things. those things which ye have both learned and received and heard, go, or so like it, and seen in me, do, and the power of peace shall be with you.
Good speech, good precept to finish it on.
Yeah, man. Hey, that's plain cut and dry, man. You know. Was anybody else holding anything? Or, hey, so hey, man, that's pretty much it, man. I hope you've been edified through the Holy Spirit, man. That we're gonna give all praises to.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem,
Shabbat shalom to our apostles, to you brothers out there pushing the word, to you sisters listening and learning. May the Lord continue to sup with you as well, you know, and shalom.
Shalom.
Yeah, hit the button,